Hi everybody, it's February 7th, and for those of you who want to know about an important rock and roll history minute, today is the 60th anniversary of when the Beatles arrived in New York. So there you have it, whether you like the Beatles or not, there it is. Okay, so today is February 7th again. 6 days ago, the first day of February, was the feast day of Saint Bridget. Now, all of you Irish people out there, you know Saint Bridget, you love Saint Bridget. And I want to read a little account from some of the early documentation about Saint Bridget. The Holy Bridget, whom God foreknew and predestined to grow unto his own likeness, sprang from a worthy and prudent Scottish, that is, Irish, stock, having for father Dubfach and for mother Bracha, from earliest years making progress in all good. For this maiden, the elect of God, full of soberness and wisdom, ever advanced towards what was more perfect, sent by her mother to collect the butter made from the milk of the cows, as other women were sent, she gave it all to the poor. And when the others returned with their load, and she sought to make restitution of the produce of the cows, turning in tender deference to our Lord, God, for his virgin's sake, gave back the butter with usury. In due time, when her parents wished to bestow her in marriage, she vowed chastity, and as in the presence of a most holy bishop, she made her vow. It happened that she touched with her hand the wooden pillar on which the altar rested. In memory of that maiden's action long ago up to the present hour, this wood remains as it were green, or as if it had not been cut and stripped of its bark. It flourishes in its roots and heals cripples innumerable. So, as we heard, Saint Bridget, would take butter and she would give it all to the poor, and then the Lord would give it back to her with interest. So now, as far as I'm concerned, one of my favorite animals are bovines. I love bovines, okay? And I always say also, everything is better with butter. And it's interesting that St. Bridget's life is a jumble of cows, butter, and milk parading through her life's generous works. For example, when she was born early in the morning, it was when her mother just came back from milking the cows. And St. Bridget also once gave water to a leper, which turned into milk. And when the woman drank it, she was healed. And also, St. Bridget had such a touch. Cows responded to her touch, so that at one sitting, she would produce as much as 3 milkings from one sitting because of how the cows responded to her touch. So there you go with St. Bridget and all the cows and milk and butter. So on her feast, well, it's not her feast day, but it's her feast month, you should have some ice cream or something, cheese, butter, whatever, bread with lots of butter. Now, St. Bridget eventually became the abbess of the monastery of Kildare. And her principle as abbess of that community was that every guest is Christ. So we honor this month of February the great Irish saint, St. Bridget. So what's happening this week at the Church of St. Therese? Well, of course, today we just had a little while ago the opening Mass for our 40 hours of devotion. So for the rest of today until 9 tonight, you can come to the church and the Blessed Sacrament is exposed for adoration. We will be having a Eucharistic service of prayer and praise at 3 p.m. At 6:30, we will have evening prayer with benediction. And at 8 p.m. tonight, 8:30 p.m. tonight, we will have Taizé prayer, led by Deacon Chris Morash, who's the music minister at St. Mary's in Richmond. Taizé prayer is a beautiful way of prayerful chanting and music that comes from the monastery of Taizé in France. So that's at 8:30 tonight, and then at 9 o'clock, our adoration will end for the day. We'll begin again tomorrow at 7:30 in the morning with morning prayer, followed by benediction and exposition, and the Eucharist will be exposed all day until 9 p.m. tomorrow night for adoration. We'll have other services interspersed in there. So, also too, on Saturday night after Mass, we have our big Mardi Gras celebration. So come to that. Next morning, we have breakfast provided by the Knights of Columbus. And on Sunday afternoon, from 1 to 3, we have Family Fun Day. This is for anybody to come, ages infant to 99, and single, families, whatever, all are invited to Family Fun Day, Sunday afternoon here from 1 to 3. So I'll see you, if I don't see you at the 40 Hours devotion, I'll see you at Mass this weekend.